This episode is brought to you by Radio Mastery. Radio Mastery helps radio professionals to dominate their market and reach number one. Apply today at radiomastery.com.au. Well, it's been a quiet few weeks in the radio and audio industry. Welcome back to Biz Audio. Of course, most people are on survey break at the moment. I know KISS is one of the only breakfast shows that's still going through the survey break. I'm pretty sure that Sean Fraser is covering for newsreader Brooklyn Ross while he takes a well-deserved break. But we're going to head over to ABC Overnights, where Francis Leach is going to replace Trevor Chappell, who will retire from the program at the end of the month. Very nice to see there. And looking over at Canberra, we've got a new survey, number 2, released. ABC's Ross Solly is now number 1 in breakfast. Wow, that's an upset for Mix 106.3. I'm just reading this now for the first time. In breakfast, Mix 106... Did I say 6.3 or 2.3? I get confused between the two. Mix 106.3 in Canberra dropped 0.4. Now sitting at a 20.0 in breakfast, with a cum of, where are we? Mix 106.3, minus 9,000 to 75,000 in breakfast. And there's not too many other changes here. 2CA had a big fall. Wow. Okay, that's 3.0. That's massive. Okay. 2CC plus 0.9. Hit 104.7 plus 1.5. Mix 106.3. People 10 plus 1.2. ABC Canberra, of course, had a nice survey there. Not too many other changes. 2JJJ. Wow. Minus 1.8. Well, of course, that's just... There's not many specialized programs for Canberra over there. So, yes. And, of course, Larry Apley did enjoy some nice workday results. And Pat Griffin also rose up 5.1. Very, very nice to see in Canberra. Survey 2. And then I think we've got one more survey to go in Canberra for the year. And Southern Cross Media Group has appointed Chris Jones as Director of Sport TV, Audio and Streaming. And I don't think I got time to cover it before the last episode, but Carl Stefanovic has officially stepped away from the long weekend show. This comes after his departure from the Today Show at 9 Network following his interview with controversial right-wing figure Tommy Robinson in the UK. Well, it's just going to be Eddie Maguire for the long weekend now. That was a very, very short stint that Carl had. But let's take a look at yesterday's survey in Hobart. Extra Insights Survey 1. ARN's 7HOFM has gone above and beyond. And for this segment, it's brought to you by Radio Mastery with Samios Say. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Peter Samios has said, although hits Dan and Christie went out with a slight dip, it won't stand for much at the Southern Cross Austereo camp. 7HOFM have now been the market leader for 4 years. SCA will likely use this as further ammunition as to why they need to make changes in breakfast. At the end of the day, if SCA is able to grow hits or the hit audience at breakfast while saving money on salaries and keeping shareholders happy, it's then a win for the corporates. Meanwhile, Dan and Christie are kicking massive goals with their podcast, keep spreading the word, and locals will want locals waking them up every day. And of course, it's the usual what's going on there. Networks don't really care because it's not Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane. So yes, it is sad to see that there's not much effort being put into regional brekkie in terms of Southern Cross Austereo. ARN and the Super Radio Network have all kept, and I think maybe Capital, a few other tiny networks, Ace as well, have all kept their live and local brekkie shows as far as I'm aware. ARN do a fantastic job. It's every station, whether it be Power FM, Bega Bay, Power FM South Australia. Shout out to Craig and Chells, by the way. They're doing a great job over in South Australia. Whether it's, all around the country, they're doing great filling those gaps. And unfortunately, they don't get recognition because there's no surveys in places like Bega, or I don't know if there's surveys in regional South Australia. I'm sure there is, but I don't know if Power FM is surveyed. So, yes, it is great to see that some networks are still putting effort into regional brekkie, but as Peter Samios and I both said, regional is the lifeblood of radio. I would love to see SCA reinvesting into breakfast in regional markets, for example, like Newcastle, which they've got, but especially in Hobart, where it is surveyed, and it's a capital city. But anyway, that's my rant done. That's all I've got to say. Anyway, you can let us know what you think. DM us on Instagram at biz_audio. LinkedIn and Facebook are also Biz Audio, and a big thank you to Peter Samios for sending through his thoughts. I'll catch you all very, very soon. I'm going to be taking a quick break while I head on holidays, but I'll be back. Hopefully not too much happens while I'm gone. If there's any breaking news, I'll be sure to have it out on Substack or, of course, on the podcast. So, It's been a great few months so far. I'm sorry, I'm stopping the daily episodes just for a week, but I'll catch you all when I get back.